Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the start of a brand new season of Why I Want, the series here on the YouTube channel where we go over prospects in the upcoming NHL Entry Draft, and we talk about what they are, what they could be, and what you should be expecting if your team ends up taking them on draft day. We've made Why I Want videos spanning back to the 2018 NHL Entry Draft, so this is, season 6 of this series? Oh my goodness, time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? This is the 6th season of Why I Want, and we're starting it off with a bang, going over the best NHL prospect we are seeing in these drafts, pretty much since Austin Matthews and Connor McDavid. Heck, you could even say better than Matthews. I don't know. It really is your prerogative. Let's head over to the Regina Pats in the WHL and talk about a kid from West Vancouver, a guy who has been touted as a top 2023 pick ever since he was like 13, 12 years old, ever since this guy was with the West Van Academy Prep School in the late 2010s. We were talking about him as a potential top pick. Today's video is going over none other than the Great 98, our very own moderator in the chat for YouTube himself, Connor Bedard. We'll expand on Bedard a bit more after a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by World Hockey Manager, a free-to-download app on iOS and Android. World Hockey Manager puts you at the heart of your hockey franchise, allowing you to create and control your own hockey club, develop talents, train your players, and scout for new signings, build your arena and facilities to improve over time, make your team ready to face other teams worldwide in the daily ranked games and tournaments. How far you go is up to you and your skill as a general manager. World Hockey Manager is all about finding talented players, setting the right lineups, appointing key staff, and building a franchise that can reach for success in the Champions Division. This year, we have ourselves a massive holiday season. Not only will all weekend rewards be boosted, but the holidays also feature unique weekly player and card pack offers, as well as a lot of tournaments. Download World Hockey Manager from the link in the description, as it really helps the channel out if you use the link. Also use my unique code on the screen right now to redeem 100 coins worth $7.99. You can spend it on anything you like in the game. Here's how to redeem it. Click the settings button in the top left corner, click on the green redeem voucher button, and enter this code. Remember to download World Hockey Manager using the link in the description below and get started building your own hockey franchise. So what in the world is there to say about Connor Bedard that has not already been said? I've made a ton of videos about this guy over the past few years saying, hey, he's gone out there and bested CHL point production records from guys like McDavid. We've talked about this McDavid-Bedard thing way too much over the past few years, but it's only really because McDavid is the only point production comparable that we have available to us when it comes to trying to assess the statistical profile of Mr. Bedard himself. Connor Bedard is a 5'10", 185 right-handed center, 17 years old, July 17th, 2005 is the birth date, and he's playing for a Regina Pats team in the WHL that really is not too great. Go over to the WHL standings at the time of recording this audio, and you'll see that the Pats are 4th in the East Division. Connor Bedard is their absolute gem, and pretty much if you watch many of the Pats games, it will stand out to you very quickly just how special Bedard is in comparison to everybody else on the ice. Connor Bedard this season, in the 28 games played that he has 27 goals, 37 assists for 64 total points on the season. Now, he's got 64 points. Right now, the Pats have 121 goals for. That's an involvement percentage of over 50%, which is absolute bananas when you really take a look at it. Normally, if you look at involvement percentages, anything in like the 20 to 30%-ish range is considered respectable and good. So over 50% is absolute bananas territory. Connor Bedard is in a league of his own. He has a, 17-point lead over the second place player in the WHL in points. And Bedard is literally on pace for 149 points in 65 games played, not to mention 63 goals and 86 assists. We thought that his production of last year, where he had 100 points in 62 games played, was already bonkers, but it's gotten even crazier since then. Even last year, he was over a point per game at the World Juniors as a 16-year-old guy. Okay, no, 17 because the tournament took place after his birthday. But pretty much, Connor Bedard is the best prospect the NHL has seen since the McDavids and since the Matthewses, and if you need any proof, all you gotta do is watch some Regina Pats games. Connor Bedard, when he has the puck on his stick, is a slick, pristine, offensive and creative machine. His understanding of the game transcends that of many of the players he shares the ice with. When it comes to picking off passes from the opposition, when it comes to taking the puck in stride and quickly, on the fly, analyzing what he needs to do to get the puck into a dangerous area, Connor Bedard is absolutely prime at that. And when it comes to his activation skills, boy oh boy does he put on a show. He's able to dangle by guys effortlessly, quickly, and with all the agility in the world. His hands are so slick, and there are some moves that he does to evade pressure from defenders that kind of just blow my mind. This guy is able to get by people in some of the most creative ways you'll ever see, with really nifty through-the-legs dangles, shifty and deceptive body language, not to mention the passing ability to thread it through guys effortlessly. On a night-to-night basis, Connor Bedard is an absolute playmaking gem that makes the lives of everybody on his line infinitely times easier. The thing is, what separates Connor Bedard from all the other great playmakers that we have seen, all the other nifty danglers and players that bring you out of your seat, is that Connor Bedard's drag and shoot wrist shot is arguably better than anybody on the gosh darn planet. Cam Robinson, who is the director of film scouting at Elite Prospects, had an appearance on CHGO Blackhawks earlier in the week, and they asked him, what is a stylistic comparable to somebody that we may be more familiar with, because of course Bedard is playing in junior hockey. Cam Robinson said pretty much Patrick Kane. The passing, the hands, the awareness, the reads in the offensive zone. Patrick Kane is so good at that. But what he also said was that Connor Bedard might be that sniper-type version of Patrick Kane. He shoots the puck as well as anyone on the planet, including Auston Matthews. He has that drag and release shot that, arguably, I'm not sure if anyone else in the NHL other than Matthews can shoot it like him. So he's doing that at 17. He won't even turn 18 till next summer. Honestly, there's no reason to doubt that this kid is going to be a 50-goal scorer. Now, I've been following Cam Robinson for a few years now. You should be too. He does very good work. And he's never really gone out there and said this about anybody, that they're going to be a 50-goal scorer in the National Hockey League. Furthermore, let's go over onto Dobber Prospects, read what they had to say about Connor Bedard. A true generational talent who possesses a wide array of deadly shots in his arsenal, elite-level hands, vision, and skating ability to go along with his shooting skill should make him a star in the NHL from day one. This is what Nick Richards said about Bedard on Dobber as well from September of 2022. Bedard is a truly elite player, and not just among his peers. He is already one of the most deadly shooters on the planet, who can fire the puck in ways most can only dream of. His release is powerful, accurate, deceptive, and there is outstanding versatility in the way that he is able to get it off. He doesn't need much time to ensure the puck comes off his blade with force, and is able to release it off either foot, in stride, or under pressure. He can create his own shooting opportunities, be it with a lethal curl and drag to get around a defender, or by utilizing stop-ups and shoulder fakes to create more space. Shooting the puck is just a part of the equation for Bedard, though, and he does so many things that drive play for his team. Outstanding hands, pass receptions, loose puck pickups, wide stance, great vision, anticipation, hockey sense, speed, it's all there for Connor Bedard. And when it comes to the guys that had been drafted first overall recently, you talk about the Hischiers, the Dahlins, the Lafrenières, the Powers, the Slavkovskys, even the guys other than that, the Byfields and the Wrights. Connor Bedard's pre-draft profile supersedes that of all those names I had just mentioned, including, you could say, Jack Hughes as well. The only other peers that are kind of in that territory, it's Matthews and McDavid. And I feel like for Matthews, Connor Bedard is the closest thing we have to a player of Auston Matthews' goal-scoring caliber to come out of these drafts since Matthews. When it comes to McDavid, sure, McDavid dominates the game with his speed, and he is one of the best players in the world with the puck on his stick. Connor Bedard looks like he could be following shortly in those footsteps, as he may not be like McDavid in that he's able to just straight line by everybody because he's so freaking fast, but Bedard's ability to displace opposition with pump fakes, shoulder fakes, quick dangles, quick dekes, it allows him to just have his way when he plays the sport. And the shot, it's already better than McDavid's was when McDavid was getting drafted. In fact, it's in that Austin Matthews territory. Connor Bedard, if he pans out to what he could be, could very well become a 60-goal scorer in the National Hockey League who reaches up to 120 points consistently every single season. I don't think that's too outrageous to say anymore. This NHL is an NHL where we have multiple 100-point guys, multiple 110-point guys. Connor McDavid's getting 120 points. Nikita Kucherov at 120 points. Connor Bedard could be an Art Ross winner, multiple-time Art Ross winner, by this time, let's say 10 years from now. Connor Bedard is the real deal, and there's a reason why we actually haven't gone over his draft rankings. It's because he's ranked to go number 1 everywhere. He's that good. He would have gone number 1 last year, the year before that. Every past year, up until the McDavids and the Matthewses, would Connor Bedard have gone first overall. That is how special this player is as a prospect. He is so skilled. Go out there and do yourself a favor and watch some Regina Pats tape. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. Who do you want to see next in the Why I Want series? What are your opinions about Connor Bedard? How well do you think he's going to do in the NHL next season? And who do you think he's going to go to? Right now, Anaheim has the best odds, and seeing Bedard play with Trevor Zegras is going to be an absolute nightmare for everybody else in the Pacific Division. Solani, Korea 2.0, anybody? But there are some other teams that are kind of in there as well. Everybody's talking about Columbus. Vancouver is outside the wild card. They're probably going to trade a few players away soon. That makes room for them to tank a little bit more. Montreal has kind of been in that conversation because, of course, they are. And then you have other teams at the bottom of the standings too. Chicago, Arizona, San Jose. If the Blackhawks can lose out on Patrick Kane, they trade him away somewhere, and then they get Bedard in the draft, it's like nothing changed, pretty much. Like, you get yourselves the slick playmaker in return in the draft, and he happens to have a much better shot, too. So, talk in the comments your thoughts about Connor Bedard. Why I Want is back, baby. Let me know who you want to see next. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.